guys, Shadney back with another process video. I'm actually getting another voiceover done today, so you'll actually have videos coming. First things first, the first thing I'm doing right here is I have the two photos that I'm using, and then this is my absolute one of my favorite papers of all time, and I don't want to waste it, so I am totally just traced where my photos are going to go and cut that paper out so that I can save that paper for later, because it's absolutely one of my favorite. But then I need to reinforce that, so I am going to go in and add some paper behind, backing it, so that it's not just a giant gaping hole in the layout. And then I'm also going to add some paint. We're going to have some fun with paint today. I laid this down and adhered it, and then was like, crap, I was going to use it where the white was facing, but then I realized it doesn't really matter because we're going to paint over it anyways, and that's where the photo goes, so it's not like a big deal. So I just pulled out this black acrylic paint, and this is like a rubber paintbrush kind of. The tip is just a rubber tip, like silicone tip, I guess. But you could do the exact same thing with a regular paintbrush, just a wide paintbrush. And I'm literally just adding black paint to this area. It's not anything exciting or special. I am going in and like kind of adding more, because whenever the first layers, it just made it really thin looking. So I am going in and adding just a little bit more, just to make it that darker black. Sorry, the dog is like all over me right now and wanting all the cuddles, because it's one of the few times we've been home completely alone without a 5-year-old. So he's getting a little, too in my face. So I'm gonna fast forward this real quick and let this dry, and then I'll come back and show you the rest of the layout. Okay, so while that is setting aside, trying to dry a little bit, I'm going to start working on the photos here. Okay, so was it for India's birthday? Yeah, it was for her birthday. My cousin, who's 19, he was 18 at this time, but he's 19. They're like little tiny BFFs, and it's the most adorable thing you've ever seen. He wanted to take her to Build-A-Bear for her birthday, and let her pick whatever she wanted. So this was our trip to Build-A-Bear. And yeah, anyways, it was just funny. But it was still during, it's right now still during COVID and the pandemic and all that, but even more so than it was before everyone started getting vaccinated and all that. And so we still had masks. There was still like a limit of the number of people allowed in the store, so we had to stand outside and wait until a few people left so that we could go in. So it gave us that perfect opportunity to stand there and take a picture before we went in. And so we've got that cute picture of the two of them, and of course India's throwing up her peace sign, and then the other picture is of her after she's got her bear and she's looking at outfits and stuff. She was super excited. So that is what the photos are. And then I just kind of adhered them together, but then also added some fun foam to back them, so that it gave that extra dimension. If you have not watched any of my videos before, I do this on literally 99% of my layouts. I like to add a little bit of extra. It gives the photo a little bit of extra emphasis whenever you just pop it up on some fun foam. It just gives it that little extra dimension. I feel like it just draws your eye to the photo a little bit better. So that is what I do on all my layouts. And then I went in and added photo corners, which I meant to add anyways, but then I had already added the fun foam. So I'm going in and kind of peeling the fun foam back, putting the photo corner, and then adding the fun foam back to it. I'm also weird about the photo corners. I really, really, really wanted to put a photo corner on that on that corner that's just barely showing. It sounds dumb, but it just bothers me when there's not photo corners on all four corners. It's just a pet peeve of mine. It's really stupid, but it is what it is. My paint is still really, really wet. Not really, I mean, yeah, it's still really wet. So we're gonna move on and kind of play around some other stuff and let it dry a little bit more, and then I'll come back. So it's still a little bit wet here, but not nearly as much. And it's still enough that I can kind of play around. I just have to be careful not to spread that black paint around. So, I wanted to add in this title, Awesome, and it's from my shop. And so the title, and then I pulled out this white foam thickers that says Adventure. So it's going to be Awesome Build-A-Bear Adventure. And so I added Awesome over the photos. I didn't have to add any foam or anything, any dimensional adhesive or whatever. And I just glued it straight onto the photos. And then I'm doing Build-A-Bear right below it. And these are Pretty Little Studio tile alphas, and they're really, really nice. I love them. They're pretty thin, so it's not like you can't like add fun foam behind them. I mean, dimensional foam behind them. They're really thin stickers, but for my own personal preference, I really like them, and I think they stick way better than what a lot of things would, because they are thin. They're not super heavy or anything like that. And then I'm going to go in and add Adventure just below this. The reason I did go in and do the black paint was because I knew I wanted to use this word Adventure in white foam. And if it was directly on that background piece, it just would not show up the same. And then, so from that same that same thickers pack, I pulled out all these white stars that were also in that set, and just kind of sprinkled those around. And then, these are Felicity Jane. They're chipboard stars, and I'm going to go in and add those around as well. I did pull in a little bit of that yellow because there is yellow, not only because of Build-A-Bear, but India's wearing a yellow mask in this, so it kind of worked out really well. And then this little paper clip has a bow on it. I think it's a Bella Boulevard, an older one, but it's just been hanging around for so long, and so I just saw it and figured I'd tie it in here to go with that yellow pretty well. And then from there, I'm just adding all the different little bits and pieces. I'm pulling in some more of these chipboard stars. Like, there is a corally color one that goes really well because her shirt is that bright coral right there. And then it looks like that one up there at the top is white, but it's like a pale blue. And then, and I forgot to mention too, I wouldn't have thought to pull in that light lilac-y purpley color, but it goes really well with his shirt. It's got like the middle part of it is that color, so it kind of worked perfectly. And then I'm just going in and adding more and more bits and pieces. So there's not really a huge rhyme or reason. You guys know I love my sprinkly bits and just adding more and more and more. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. I pulled out a bunch of embellishments before I started, just so that I could easily go through and add as I'm going. And These are also Felicity Jane. They're epoxy hearts. And I'm adding the pale pink ones. And then these are from a sticker book, but I'm not sure which one because I tore the sticker page out. I'm assuming it's the Jen Hadfield one, the Pebbles one, because that was the one I basically gave India, and then I went through and pulled out a couple sheets of it. So I'm pretty sure that's probably what it is. But yeah, so pretty much it just keeps going on and on like this, just adding layers of embellishments, more and more and more. And then I'm also, some of these are ones, I don't know if I've talked about it, but I have like a little bitty stash of sorry about that, of embellishments that I keep just to the side of my desk that are ones that are very low on what's inside of them, or that I'm not my most favorite things, or things I'm just trying to use up, basically is what it is. So some of those are things from over there. And then like weird odds and ends like that. So again, still just adding more and more. I think I do go in and add some doodling as well, but I'm not 100% sure. Honestly, I recorded this video maybe in April. It's been a really, really long time, so I really don't remember whatsoever what I put on here. These are also some adhesive sequins that were from Stampin' Up! At one time. And so I went through and added a bunch of those around there. And they're like a corally kind of color, so they go really well with her shirt, and they give just a little bit of shine. I really like the sequins that already have the adhesive stuck to them. I don't know why, but it just makes my life way easier. And then I went down here at the bottom with my Tombow whiteout little tape runner thing, and am adding my journaling down at the bottom. Who is it that did this? Adele from Inky Quill, I think, did the tape runner and then wrote over it. So I've been trying that sometimes. I like the look of having the strips for my journaling, and it just is, it takes so much time to actually do it on actual strips, which, I mean, I think it looks good, but it's just a matter of time and effort. So this is a really nice little alternative, especially if you have a busy background that you don't have a lot of space for journaling or anything like that. It makes it really nice that you can go in and pretty much do your journaling almost anywhere on your layout. I also forgot to mention it, but there are the little peg people from my shop over there on the right, and I've got a taller boy and a shorter girl, so I thought those were super cute, just to kind of mimic them together. They were super cute. And then I'm going in with my white Uniball Signo Broad gel pen. Sorry, there's a lot of words that go with that. For the most part, it was totally fine, but some of the places weren't as dry, so they didn't want to be doodled on as well. So there's that. But that's pretty much it. It's just a nice sprinkly little layout, all the fun doodads and whatnots. Nothing real super exciting, or no big paper layers or anything like that, but it was still super fun, and had some fun little pieces. So thank you guys so much for watching. I am hoping to get a couple more voiceovers done today while nobody's home, so you should have more videos coming soon. So thank you guys, have a wonderful day, and happy scrapping. Bye.